Shalom, brother. Most High Christ bless you all. Also Nehemiah of IUIC. We're here to teach you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you are the true Jews. That's right. Thus saith the Lord. Brother, you got any questions? Today is Saturday. But if you look at the calendar, what day is it? According to Numbers, what day is it? It's the 7th day, right?
It's called completion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Read that for me.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Okay. Do you know how to keep the Sabbath holy? According to the Bible.
But it's not on Sundays though.
That's correct.
That's a lie.
That is correct.
That the Roman Catholics had written. You know what I'm saying? The Roman Catholics made it because it's a man-made day, but it ain't really what the Bible says. But Saturday is a Sabbath day.
That's correct. That's exactly what we just read.
In the book of Genesis, God rested. The Father
that is correct.
On the 7th day.
Yes, sir. On the 7th day. Yes, sir. That's exactly what we just read. Read it again.
Verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Now the Most High God told us to remember because we was going to forget our heritage, according to Jeremiah. Correct?
Yeah.
Bring that out real quick.
Sure.
The Most High God is telling us to remember because we was going to forget. We learned that Sunday was the Sabbath day under this right here, this image right here, right?
This is because you know the Roman Catholics and I think it's called the Church of Vatican.
Yes.
They the ones that really have us in slavery.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's why they controlling the world.
Yes, sir.
You know, through the laws and the things, you know, that they put to keep us not from getting to God.
Right.
The Father.
They doing the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing, correct?
You know,
so watch this. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4.
Read it out.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So, brother, what does discontinue mean? To discontinue, that means to stop. So, going back to Exodus 20 and 8, the Most High said, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy, because that was going to be taken from us of our own doing, not being obedient to law to begin with. Right? Exodus 20.
Yes, sir. Back out. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8.
Read.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
To keep it holy. So now, like you were saying before, brother, you were saying according to the Vatican or the Catholics, they sit and they preach what's contrary to the scriptures, right? So what we're showing you is what to do. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High said, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. So now we got to ask, okay, we know this is the Sabbath day, is the Sabbath, but how do we keep it holy is the next question. You understand what I'm saying? Not just walking and breathing and talking to people or going to the store.
Right.
That's not keeping it holy. You understand what I'm saying?
Bring it out.
Get that for me. Keep reading.
Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day, the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So the Most High is sitting there, he's reiterating, he's letting you know, all right, now remember this, and this 7th day is this day I want you to honor. All right, read.
Yeah.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
Do any what?
Do any work.
Now we know what work is, right, brother? Yeah. Read.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant.
So the Most High is going through anybody that's in your household, even the animals, if you keep reading, are not allowed to work on this day. All right, read.
Nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and in them is, and rested the 7th day.
Like you just said, that says the same thing in Genesis as well.
Confirmation.
Yes, sir. So
confirmed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, we are prophets.
Yes, sir.
We are the real chosen ones by God.
Okay.
We seek revelation and also visions from God.
Okay.
To reveal things to us.
So, brother, with you knowing that, what are we to do? We know that if you sitting there saying we are prophets of the Most High God, right? What is that? What's the job that we must? What's the things that we must fulfill? Other than just waking up and doing what we do on a normal daily basis, what is that we must do? Other than knowing that we're the chosen people.
Spreading the word, make sure Baptist in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? With Moses in the wilderness, all the prophets, God was using them. You know?
I'm listening to you. Keep going.
And at the same time,
You having a hard time with
the truth is a light. The truth is a light.
Right.
And we are the light.
Okay. So, based off the scripture we just brought out in Exodus, right?
Yeah.
What is the Most High telling us to do? I'm just making sure that you understand what we're bringing out, what we're bringing forward.
Really to walk in on being obedient. Be
Bring it out
obedient to the Spirit of God. Being obedient, walking in obedience.
Obedience, but the Most High it gave us a directive. You understand what I'm saying? He gave us a commandment, what exactly to do and what not to do. So we're going to read it again. This time I want you to listen very good, okay? Listen.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8.
Read.
Remember the Sabbath,
Read.
the Sabbath day, to keep it holy.
Okay, so in remembrance, right? We're supposed to remember. Okay, the Most High made this day for us. He rested in the day. What does the Father want us to do in this day?
We have to rest too, right?
That's one. Okay, but we're gonna continue to read. All right. All right, read.
Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor.
6 days shalt thou labor, work. Okay, 6 days. Read.
And do all thy work. But the seventh day.
But the what?
But the seventh day
What do you do?
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
Okay, so he said 6 days you do what? You work. But he said the 7th day you.
On a Saturday, you're supposed to work on a Saturday.
Right. So that's
God's holy day.
Right. Now we showing you what we must do, other than knowing that we're the chosen seed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me Deuteronomy 12.
But I gotta go, bro.
Right, gotcha.
You gotta go?
Back. Yeah, I'm coming back, man.
Let me show you one more thing for you.
Okay.
The book of Deuteronomy,
Read.
chapter 10, verse 12.
Read.
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways,
Keeping the commandments.
and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart
Right.
and with all thy soul.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's more than just the 10 commandments that we must keep. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me that.
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
Right. Let me show you one more thing, bro, before you leave. One more thing. Yeah. You believe in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
I'm not speaking in the mic. You believe in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
We're going to show you. You know, we out here to give medicine to the sick, right? We're all sick out here. We out here to bring these words so they can make changes in your life, in our lives. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
So if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my brother's in sin, and I let him walk by, do I love him? Do I? If I know and I can physically see my brother in sin, I let him walk by and don't give him, thus saith the Lord, do I love him?
If you don't give it to him, you don't love him.
That's right. Give me that.
But God is love.
That's right. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3.
Read.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ,
The head of every man is Christ. It's a structure. Read.
and the head of the woman is the man,
Read.
and the head of Christ is God.
The head of the woman is the man, and the head of man is Christ. Read.
Verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
What did you get from that, bro? Did you hear what it just said? Read it again from that part.
Verse 4.
Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So who's the head of man?
Who's the head of man?
According to this passage right here. Want me to read it again?
Jesus the head.
Yeah, Christ. Yeah, Jesus is the head of a man. So it said, any man that had his head what?
Covered.
Having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Dishonor of Christ. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, like my head on.
Right. So
I take my head off.
that's correct. All praise. Give a round of applause for the brother. That's repentance, brother. That's a form of repentance right there. You understand what I'm saying? Angels are rejoicing. You understand that?
Yeah.
Bring it out. You sure you don't got a few more seconds, man?
Coming back.
Where you going, bro? It ain't more important than this. I tell you that.
That's right.
Right. I'm being honest. I'm showing you love, bro.
I know you are.
We're showing you love.
I can
All praises. All praise to the Father and the Son.
I can feel the prophetic anointing is on you. I can feel it.
Well, all praises. All praises.
Feel it, man.
Get fringes real quick.
Yes, sir.
If you still here, man, I'm gonna get you one more.
Like Jeremiah say, like fire shut up in my bones.
Yes, sir.
It's real,
Sir,
man.
I'm about to bring another scripture out. You put the hat back on your head. But you corrected yourself. All praises. All praises. You about to bring out Numbers.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
That's who you are, the blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We are Israel. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So now, if you look right here, right, all these brothers at the borders of their garments, you see a fringe. This is what it's called, the fringe, right? Read.
Throughout their generations.
Do you know what generation is? A generation. We're still generating. We're still reproducing, right? So that's forever. All right. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a riband of blue.
This is what we have on top of the fringe, is a border of blue. This is a commandment that we must keep. Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Remember what?
All the commandments of the Lord.
Read.
And do them.
And what?
And do them.
Like I was saying, bro, it's a difference of knowing them and actually applying and doing these things.
Right.
So
it also said faith without works is dead.
that's right. So if you believe in something, it's gonna be some action that comes behind that. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Give me
I gotta go.
All right, bro. You sure?
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Better than sliced bread. I'm trying to tell you.
I know, man. I know.
What's your name again, bro?
Daniel.
Mighty. Nehemiah.
Nehemiah.
Nice to meet you, bro.
You too, man.
All right, man. You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Take care.
I appreciate
And
it.
you won't let my hand go. You sure you don't want to stay here, man? Go ahead, man. Get some more laws, man.
I'm coming back.
Are we gonna read while you walk away? Go ahead, read. What you got?
All right.
You brought up.
Go ahead, read that, bro.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
Say, brother, that's that love that I was telling you about right there, brother. If I see you in sin, if our brother see you in sin, we're going to correct that. We're going to bring reproof to you, brother, because we want to see you get the kingdom as well, brother.
Right.
Let me, hey, brother, what's that brother name right there behind y'all? They're sitting down on the page. You got a few minutes, brother? Come on over, man. You just sitting there, man. Come on over. Power stand. I can't hear you. All right, you don't have any questions? All right.
Yes, sir.
Got you. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Read.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defileth the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
That's right.
For the temple of God is holy.
So the Most High, Christ dwells in us. So that the file goes further than drugs, diseases, STDs, AIDS, herpes. All these things will sit here and defile your temple, thus saith the Lord. If we would sit here and actually be a man about our business and obey God's laws, there will be no fatherless childs out here.
Right.
We will sit here and support our own.
Right.
We will have to depend on the oppressors to raise our children.
Right.
Bring that up, man. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 7.
Read.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Now, right here, the Most High is telling us to teach the commandments to our children. How to treat our brother. How to love their mother. How to love their father.
Right.
You understand? How to deal with each other. How to truly love one another. Read.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by thy way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine head, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
Okay. So this right here, you should constantly teach your children. Constantly teach your children the commandments of the Most High God. We are like drowning in sin and wickedness on a daily basis.
Right.
So there's no way they're gonna get eaten up like sharks. They're gonna get eaten up like guppies in a pool full of sharks.
Bring it out.
Our only defense is the commandments.
Right.
Our only defense is the commandments.
Right.
So don't lose your children in this wickedness. We got to sit here and we got to be men. We got to keep the commandments. We got to keep the charge. And we got to show our children and raise them righteously so they can raise their children righteously.
Right.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.